everyone. My name is Kaylin Ryan, and I am your multimedia journalist. I'm here representing Where's the Buzz TV, and I'm here with Chase Anthony, the character Deon from BET Plus's hit series Bigger.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. Let's jump right into it. Your character has a journey of climbing the corporate ladder, per se, the typical way that we feel we're supposed to attain wealth or success or riches. But your character, Deon, struggles to find his way because he has to code switch more often than not. So speak to that.
I think that's some of the normal politics. I think that sometimes it starts with the tire, then it goes into hair at times, and then it seems to extend sometimes to how you articulate things, or how you you speak a little bit more proper, I guess in certain climates. But I guess when you work in that corporate space, especially with Dion, he was working in finance. That was just his world. That was his space. So I think that for him, I think that it was trying to really, really show, like, we do it, but where do we sit once we leave work? Are we okay with it? Is that who we really are? How do we clock back into our friends was the biggest thing of, like, all right, well, cool, my bad. I need to go back to being black. And it's like, damn, well, we've been black all day. That is that reality of, like, well, damn, well, what have I been doing? What?
Yep.
And that is the epitome, I think, of code switching.
I think we do it unknowingly, as you touched on, because I do my best at just being 100% Kaylin in every single room. But I would be remiss to sit here and say that I have not intentionally been more aware of my dialect, tone, pitch, delivery amongst a certain crowd of people, or in a room full of opportunity, other than when I'm hanging out with my friends on a more relaxed version. So I feel like we all deal with that, and I don't necessarily think about it, but
Right.
I'm pretty sure other races deal with that when they deal with us. They switch when they're around, I guess, Black people, potentially, and then they go back to their whichever race they're a part of, and now they have to become them again.
Very, very, especially with music, you'll see it's like, oh, you picked up a totally different energy, character, everything.
Yep.
It's like you were just all the way with it. And then you stop and studied on certain words.
Yep.
And then you get to, like you said, clock back into it. And I think that, some of us do it unknowingly around family members too. We speak different, in front of our parents than we do our siblings to our friends. So,
yes.
So like you said, I think it is more unknowingly or more unconscious, I think, at certain times.
Definitely. How important is it for one to know their identity when pursuing their career? Or do you feel like one's identity is revealed in the pursuit?
To be honest, I think that I've been finding out more and more that they're not mutually exclusive. That I think that who you are isn't defined by your job, and your job doesn't necessarily define you. And again, I think I'm in that career where, in a lot of ways, I expose a lot of myself because I also do comedy as well. So I am talking about my life on stage, so it does put it out there a little bit more. But I don't know. I think I've had too many other jobs that haven't defined me, that I've also still enjoyed, to say that they have to be tied to each other. But I can say that there are a lot of jobs that can make you miserable.
Wow.
That can make you unhappy.
Definitely.
And that can tie into your personal life.
Okay, so let me gather myself. Okay, knowing every individual's character on the show, which struggle do you resonate with the most? Your personal character struggle or any other character struggle now in real life or on the show?
To be honest, I think that it was probably, if I had to identify with one, it would probably be Vince's.
Mm,
And it's more so with the dressing. Like we went from baggy to tight very quickly, and
very
I was
quickly.
not with it. I was not ready for it. I was like, man, I can't even put nothing in these pockets no more. Like
Mm-mm.
every time I pull up my pants, it's pulling up my socks too. I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. And then you just start putting on sweatpants, and you're like, all right, this is a happy medium. But then
Happy
you can't really
medium.
go places, so you're like, all right. But yeah, no, that was the biggest one for me. I think it was probably Vince's struggle, and more so with the dressing. Not
Yeah.
necessarily, I guess, the lady problems, but probably that too. So probably Vince. We'll probably go with Vince all
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
Because you know it takes a while to get to also the career or the passion, or your purpose, as
Yes.
most say. So you know, I'll say Vince, but mostly
Definitely.
because of the tight pants.
The
Because I was like,
attire.
I'm not ready for this. Yeah, I was like, I'm not ready for this.
Right. Speak to how it was filming in such a beautiful, colorful city such as ATL. How was that?
I'm from Atlanta, so I loved filming down there. Because you know, I think for myself, it just felt more authentic to the story that we were telling. It's like, oh, okay, cool. We're telling Black stories for Black people
Yep.
with Black people, and it's like, what better place to illustrate it than Atlanta, especially when you start thinking about successful uh, running companies. So it's like show those parts, show you know the college graduates, show what
Yes.
we do after we you know go to a HBCU, you know, show those things. And again, what better place to really illustrate those things than Atlanta?
Exactly. Exactly. Last question. What advice would you give people? Can you hear me?
I think
Yeah, I get you now.
Okay, awesome. What advice would you give people between their 20s and 30s that are trying to figure out life, and essentially are the characters from the show that you're a part of? What advice would you give us trying to discover ourselves?
Um, Take more chances, take more risks, like bet on yourself more. A lot of people aren't willing to bet on themselves. So I say bet on yourself more. Like everybody else is looking for their come up. So why shouldn't you put yourself in that same process of making sure that you're putting you first? A lot of people don't know how to because our societal norms tell us to go to school, find a career, you do that career, that's what makes you happy. And it's like, yeah, that's not real life. And we can ask our parents now like this, hey, would you say that was a lie? And they'll be like, yeah, I probably should have took more chances, probably should have did more, probably should have left you at home by yourself a couple more times and went out and kicked it. Like it just, that is the reality. A lot of people just don't take some of the risks. And some people take too many risks. That's the other part. Don't take too many risks. Be mindful of the risks you're taking. Take
Yes.
career risks. You know what I'm saying? It makes more sense. And then also get land, buy land. That's the other thing.
Yeah, literally. Literally. Ownership over renting, ownership over borrowing, and any of that.
All
Ownership,
six,
land, all of
yeah,
it.
six of you and six of your friends, y'all buy a house. Y'all can all live there. Have the
That's
struggle.
true.
It's
People
okay.
aren't thinking about that though. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody want to be rich right away, and it's like that. Rich people didn't get rich right away unless they were handed something.
Exactly.
But
Wow. That's beautiful. Bet on yourself, people. If you're watching this, this is for you. Chase Anthony says to bet on yourself. So take that risk, send that message, take that leap, and just push yourself out of your comfort zone, because majority of the time, what's on the other side of our comfort zone is exactly where we need to be, within reason for safety and, other things like that. But my life has been about taking risks, and it hasn't failed me thus far. And with God on my side, just gonna keep rolling. You know what I'm saying? So I assume you've taken risks as well in your career, and look at you. You're on BET's bigger.
Betting on myself. I mean, it's hard, but I would say it's worth it in the end.
Definitely. Because people have, if they have faith in themselves, it's like, who are we to not rep ourselves as heavy as other people are repping themselves? No one's going to root for you or know you more than you and really know yourself. So you're a walking billboard, you're a walking brand, and we should all carry ourselves as such and just be. We could all pass tomorrow, God forbid. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life.
Smile more. Smile more.
Smile more. And smile at others more. Spread love. This could turn into a whole thing.
Man, I know. I was about to start doing my snaps. I was like, this is beautiful. Like this is poetry.
No, yeah, this is poetry, but it's real, and people just, they forget that the simple nuances of life are what keep our communicative social ecosystem glowing, smiling more, grinning more, complimentary, being more complimentary, gestures, putting yourself behind others, allowing them to go first, little things like that. You just never know. And then you don't know who you're allowing in front of you. Not that we do things to earn reward, but you never know that door you opened or that person you paid for ahead of you. It could be the plug to your next, so just always be looking to be a blessing.
That part, or a conversation that you needed, or don't look past people either. Don't judge books by their cover.
Absolutely not.
Those things, like, we all human, we all people.
Yep.
Like, everybody play it. So it's like you said, be present.
Where is the buzz? You said was mine. Where is the buzz?